Hi, everybody. Hello. Hoping everybody's doing well. Let me see who I have here. Lady B, Desiree, Debbie, Sharon Sipe, Debbie Ives, Cindy, hello. Hi, Laura. Laura Robinson, Lil B. Let me see. Sorry, give me 1 second, please. Oops. Oops. Clearly, I thought I was prepared. Yet I am. Let's see here. Hey, you guys, if I can get some thumbs ups, that would be fantastical. Let me see. Carol, hello. Cheryl Gibson, Spiritual Seeker. Terry, how are you, Terry? Terry Solaris, Sandra Nevins. Hey there, GM Dave. Sherry Ann. Aloha to you too. PJB, Teresa, Linda, Renee, hello. Bambi, hello. From Bambi, you're in Daytona, huh? Tracy, Ralph. Hey, Rebecca. Desiree. Calf Moons. Hi, Peggy. How are you, my dear? Big hugs to you. D. Rose. Hi, Marie Sutton. Starlight. Chris Wilkins. Sherry. CG, how are you? How are you, my love? Renee, Sherry Ann. Hi, new grandma. Debbie Kell. Hi, parents. How you doing? Desiree, Teresa. Oh my gosh. So CG, I wanted to tell you. I just saw the polling for Nina Turner. I'm going to eat my words. I'm going to eat my words on that reading that I did a few months ago. I don't remember the exact cards that I got. I don't remember if I wrote it down in my book either. But I think it ended with mice. And I thought the question, if I remember correctly, I thought we had asked if she was going to win for the seat in Congress. Well, her polling, OMG, she is, oh my gosh, she's knocking it out of the park. I think it was last week or earlier this week. I can't get straight. It's been crazy around here. But Jamie Raskin, Congressman Jamie Raskin endorsed her. I finally got to see who her opponent is she's running against. And oh my God, that woman is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, you want to talk about bought and paid for? That's her opponent. It's pretty bad. So if she wins, CG, if she wins, I'm buying you a damn beer. I'm buying me, I don't drink beer. I'll buy me a coffee. How about that? I'll buy you a beer and I'll eat my words. It was wrong. Super truthful. Hi, Mary Sutton. So you're down for coffee? All right, CG, we'll have a coffee. We'll have a coffee because that woman she's my spirit animal. One day I'm gonna meet that woman and give her the world's biggest, ginormous hug. I adore her. I absolutely adore her. Hi, Freda. Okay. Well, you can always watch tomorrow if you have time. If not, that's good. Clarence, for cinema, I saw polling on her. Forget where I saw it. If it was on the Sam Cedar show or TYT. But people are not happy with her in Arizona, and they would be happier, according to the polling, if she had somebody that ran against her. And that's coming from the Democratic voters in Arizona. So they're happy with her at all. And now she's talking about not supporting the bipartisan bill, the $1 trillion bipartisan bill. And boy, did AOC and Pramila Jayapal clap back at that one. Hey, buddies, be careful. You're going to knock over my coffee. I went and made myself a little cup of coffee because it's like almost 9 o'clock over here. So how's everybody doing? CDC guidelines again. We got a mask even if you're vaccinated. Please do so. One of Peanut's friends that he rides his bicycle with, his mountain bike, he hasn't seen him in about 2 or 3 weeks because I guess their schedules have been off. And they haven't been able to connect and go bike riding together. But that young man, he's 26 years old, has been fully vaccinated. And he just tested positive for COVID. He's been quarantined. He's saying that he's got flu-like symptoms. But that's the thing with this Delta variant. And I was just watching I had recorded the Rachel Maddow show, and Ollie Velshi has been covering from Rachel Maddow, and they reported tonight that I don't know if it was the Washington Post or New York Times, somebody had gotten a leak from a CDC internal memo where they were saying that this new Delta variant is acting like something they've never seen before. So it infects you a lot easier. And the viral load is 1,000 times more. So even if you're vaccinated and you get infected, you can also pass on that infection to someone else. So wear your masks. Like, yeah, it spreads even quicker than the common cold. Yes, CG, it's hitting the kids even harder. I mean, it's it doesn't bother me any. Even when they lifted the mandates, I'm still wearing my mask. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I don't trust these people. I'm not doing this on the honor system that I'm vaccinated, and who knows who's vaccinated out there. There's a bunch of I'll just call them plague enthusiasts and anti-maskers running around for me to just trust that everybody that's not wearing a mask has been fully vaccinated. So I never took my mask off. But now they're mandating it again in closed spaces. We went to a game over at Dodger Stadium. I think it was last weekend. I kept my mask on the whole freaking time. The whole time. I ain't playing, especially now that they're saying even people that are vaccinated can still get it. Nope. No, ma'am. So, I don't know. Y'all just be careful out there. Just, Peggy, you're at 37% vaccinated in your state. That's abysmal. That's terrible. I mean, here's the thing, you guys. It doesn't bother me at all to wear a mask and to socially distance and not have to go into work. I've been working from home for, I think, going on 6 years now. It doesn't bother me at all. At all. Like, if anything, I've seen it as a wonderful vacation. Like, you're telling me I can't leave my house. I don't have to talk to people. I have to stay away from people. And I get to wear a mask all at the same time. Sign me up. I'm all down for that. Like, I'm down for that, But I understand that not everybody is like that. So the entire quarantine situation from last year and everything, it never bothered me at all. It was just like, it is what it is. Take it, as a Sounds weird, but take it as a blessing. I don't like to be around people, so good for me. Oh, look at that. Can't get together for the holidays. That's lovely. So it never bothered me. And I was just telling Peanut, because Peanut was getting pissed off about it. And I'm like, oh, I don't have a care in the world. I don't have a care in the world, because no get-togethers with people, no socializing. Like, I am the type of person that if you don't drag me somewhere to go do something and interact with people, I don't willingly do it, So I guess that makes me an introvert, like, I guess, I don't know. Like, you have to drag me out and make me do something. Otherwise I won't do it. But yeah, I just saw that. That's what we were talking about. Marie Sutton, that it's the Delta is it's insane. It's insane. Wear your mask, wash your hands. Don't play, people. Don't play. Don't play. Even if you're vaccinated, do not play. So yeah, I believe it, Joanne. When they said you don't have to wear your mask, I said, no, sir. And then Peanut would look at me like, why are you wearing your mask? You don't have to. Because I don't trust people. I don't trust people. Like, no. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Just be safe out there. Just be very, very safe. I'm going to go see my mom tomorrow. It's my RDO. Got to drop off some stuff for her. I'm just trying to spend as much time with her as I can in case they go back into full-on lockdown again because of this Delta variant, even though my mom, you guys know, my mom had gotten her first vaccination. And then I had gotten the phone call in January that she had tested positive for COVID at the nursing home. They had put her in quarantine. I couldn't go visit because everything was in lockdown. So all I could do was call her on the phone and FaceTime with her on the phone. And then she came out of quarantine. And then 2 weeks later, she was being rushed to the emergency room because she was showing signs of like really bad stuff. She had a fever. She was showing signs of stroke, and all sorts of stuff. So she was in hospital, I think 4 or 5 days. And I couldn't go see her at the hospital because everything was on lockdown because of COVID. And then from there, she was transferred to a rehabilitation center for physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy because she got so sick from the COVID that it had given her another stroke. They called it chronic strokes. That's what the doctor had said. So it was a very stressful time. And I ain't trying to be a carrier and get somebody else sick, so nope. So nope. So tomorrow, Johnny and I are going to go live. It'll be at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that'll be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. My sister Yoda has started a new channel. It's called Reflections of My Shadow. And if you head over to my community page, I had posted a little blurb for her for the topic for tomorrow. So if you guys want to go and check that out. The thing with YouTube is you have to be over 1,000 subscribers before you can even use your community page. So I had to post it for her on mine. So we'll be live tomorrow, to go over some stuff. I think she wants to talk about failure. I think that's what the topic is. So that'll be tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's just a chit chat, no card throwing, I don't think. So it'll be Yoda, Johnny, and I tomorrow night. And I think that's it. I'm done jippy jabbing. Let me see. Hey, Lisa. Been yapping lips for 15 minutes, man. Why didn't somebody tell me to shut my mouth? Oh, man. Hi, Rolanda. Oh, I just started reading the what book is that? I Alone Can Fix It. I got it on my Nook book. Let's see, what page am I on? Hold on. Give me a second. Because I've been reading it all day. I haven't been able to put it down, you guys. Let me see. Wake up, Nook. Yeah, I'm on page 160. So I'm 27% done with the book. But so far, it's pretty good. It's gone through the whole COVID situation, what was going on with COVID. I just got to the part of, well, about 15 back, about the killing of George Floyd. And what was striking to me was that the way that it's written in the book, it was saying that when Spanky, the Orange Menace, saw video of the killing of George Floyd, that was the first time ever the White House staff, people that worked in the White House, people that were his inner circle, that saw him like show like a shred of emotion, and how he was disgusted. And it was actually William Barr that was trying to defend the cop. What was his name? Derek Chauvin. And saying that George Floyd was resisting arrest and this and that Donald Trump was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? You know, like, that's disgusting. This is a bad guy, blah, 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 blah. You know, which I thought was very surprising, you know. And then, of course, he turned it into, how can I spin this politically, you know? And then there was a scene where protests started popping up all over the US. And when protesters showed up at Washington, and remember when Secret Service had him down in the bunker because they were scared, and they had the fencing up around the White House and all that. You guys remember that, when everybody was making fun of him, calling him Bunker Boy? There's a scene in the book where General Milley, Mark Meadows, Mick Mulvaney, Stephen Miller, Donald Trump, and somebody else was in the Oval Office, and they were having a meeting. And Donald Trump wanted to use the military to stop all the protests that were happening all over the country. And General Milley was like, no, no, you don't do that. But then there was Stephen Miller just being Rasputin, like whispering in his ear, like, yes, do it. Use the military. You need to show force, blah, 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 you know? And there's a scene where General Milley turns around and looks him in the eye and points his finger and says, shut the fuck up, Stephen. I was like, yes. So I'm like reading through the book, is like, do we ever get to the point where General Milley just punches the shit out of Stephen Miller? You know? I haven't gotten to it yet, if there is. But there was a few standoffs between General Milley and Stephen Miller, because Stephen Miller kept egging Trump on to to use military force against the Black Lives Matter protesters, like egging him on like crazy. And I don't, if I were Millie, I would have knocked his bald head off his head, like off his neck so quick, you know, but I was happy to see General Milley tell Stephen Miller, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Those were the words that were in the book, not mine. It says it in the book, in quotes, that he looks at Stephen Miller from across the room, very sternly points the finger at him, looks him straight in the eye and says, shut the fuck up, Stephen. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I was like, So yeah, that was that. Oh, I'm not surprised by Stephen Miller either, Carmen. He's such a he's a Jewish Nazi is what he is. He's a Jewish Nazi, you know? So, and then the whole thing with the coronavirus in the book, I'm reading it and I'm like, oh my God, what an absolute effing disaster. Like, disaster, absolute disaster. The whole thing, you know, what was happening behind the scenes. And then, of course, all the infighting between everybody that was there and that worked there, because everybody's backstabbing each other. And it's just, it's the I Alone Can Fix It, the new one that just came out. I got it on Nook Book, so I got the electronic copy on my Nook. I don't have the hardback, which now I'm wishing that I would have gotten the hardback, because I would have been annotating the crap out of that book. I mean, it's just like mind-blowing how insane. Oh, I know, Joanne. His family, I think, didn't they go on national television? Like, was it his dad or his uncle that went on national television and completely like disowned him because he's just such a grotesque human being, you know? Ugh. And his wife she's a little Nazi too. She's gross, man. But, oh, it was his uncle, Carmen? Yeah, I knew it was like a family member, but they went on there and they were like, nope. Nope. But I was really surprised that the book says that Trump was, yeah, PJB, he's Jewish. He's Jewish, but he's a Nazi. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, she's Jewish too? Well, then there's another Jewish Nazi. I mean, oh my gosh. But yeah, I was totally surprised in the book that it said that he was outrightly like disgusted and emotional when he saw the killing of George Floyd. Blew my mind, because I know the guy is a racist son of a bitch down to the last bone in his body. That blew my mind. It's like I read it and I had to reread it and reread it and reread it and reread it. And I was like, no, this can't be true. You know, this is this, did they misprint this? Like, you know, but no, it says it in the book. I forget what page. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it here, because I was like, okay. The General Milley facing off with Stephen Miller, that's on page 156. Let me see here. Oh, I didn't. Oh, pages 149 through 150 is when it's talking about how grossed out and emotional he got after watching the death of George Floyd. And it was Bill Barr, the one that was trying to blame Floyd for his death, saying that he was resisting arrest. Let me see what else. Okay, the meeting in the Oval Office was Trump, Mark Meadows, Mark Esper, General Milley, Stephen Miller, and Donald Trump. And that's when Stephen Miller says, Mr. President, you have to show strength. They're burning the country down. And then General Milley says, Stephen, shut the fuck up. They're not burning the fucking country down. So that was on page 156. And then he came up with some insane conspiracy that MSNBC's Morning Joe Scarborough, had an affair with a staffer and killed her. I mean, the guy just... Yeah, I know, Cindy. Yeah, when I read that, I was like, wait, no. About that he was disgusted and disturbed and showed emotion when he saw the death of George Floyd. You know, that's crazy to me. I can't either, Marie. I can't. I can't. So today, you guys, I think I've been yapping long enough. Today, I think I'm going to do a reading on Mo Brooks. Because Mo Brooks about to be in trouble. Because that lawsuit, Eric Swalwell had filed a lawsuit against him, against Donald Trump. I believe he filed a lawsuit against Giuliani, Jr., and everybody else that was at the January 6th, what do you call this? Rally. He filed a lawsuit against them for inciting an insurrection, and Mo Brooks tried to use the Justice Department to cover his ass, saying that he was working in his official capacity. And the Justice Department ruled, oh, no, sir, you weren't. Inciting an insurrection is not part of your official capacity, so no. So that would be interesting to look at. I know I need to go back and review what's his face is the barking chihuahua. What was his face? Jim Jordan. I need to go back and look at his tableau because of where he landed in the tableau. He had so much behind him that I didn't even touch. Leads up to where he's going now, meaning he's got a lot of baggage because of where he landed in the tableau. There's just the insurrectionist that it's just like, I'm going to be here forever doing GTs. Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Mo Brooks, Louis Gohmert, Paul Gosar, Kevin McCarthy, Ted Cruz, the other asshole in the Senate. What's his name? The one that gave the thumbs up. Josh Hawley, Lauren Boebert. I mean, there's so many to look at that are dirty AF, that it won't take me a while to get through all them GTs. Oh, I saw the video, Terry. I saw it on the interview news. He's like, yeah, I talk to him all the time. And then he tried to backwalk it. It's like, no, you done said it. You done said it. Yes, Sandra. Yes. He admitted it in an interview that he was wearing that jacket because underneath he had Kevlar. He had bulletproof vest on. Mm-hmm. He knew exactly what he was doing. Hey, Marty, thank you so much. You're amazing too. Yep. He wore Kevlar to a peaceful rally. Yeah. He knew shit was going to hit the fan. He's in a world of shit I wouldn't believe. And then Jenny was telling me today that the entire Freedom Caucus is trying to push Kevin McCarthy to expel Liz Cheney and Kinzinger. I'm like, oh, go ahead and step in that pile of shit. Go ahead and step in that pile of shit. Please do. Please do. Please, for the love of God, do, because it would be absolutely repulsive to even more independents and even more Republicans that have already like jumped ship because of how disgusting. Oh, thanks, Carmen. Don't you think, CG? Don't you think him and Laura Ingraham both giving awards for best performances? Like, it's disgusting, man. It's repulsive. It is repulsive. Laura Ingraham is a Nazi as well. Oh, guess what else I found out in the book? Do you guys remember when Donald Trump was going on that whole hydroxychloroquine will fix everything spiel when COVID happened? Take a wild guess where he got hydroxychloroquine from. Take a wild guess. It's quiz time, all. Who do you think Trump got the entire hydroxychloroquine idea from? Okay, Mary saying Russia. Linda saying pillow guy. Sandra says pillow guy. Anne says pillow guy. Callie's kid says Rupert Murdoch. Cheryl says the pillow guy. Nobody's gotten right so far. Who do you think told Trump about hydroxychloroquine? PJB says Ronnie. Mary Lou says Jim Jordan. Kay says Ben Carson. No, it's not the pillow guy. Tina says Miller. Ann says Giuliani. Nope. CG saying Carlson. Nope. Sean Hannity. Nope. Kusher. Nope. Rush Limbaugh. Nope. He was already dead by then. Rudy Giuliani, Fox News, and Salazar got the answer. He got the whole entire hydroxychloroquine from Laura Ingraham on Fox News. Yep. And him and her talked quite a bit where she would send doctors to the White House to talk to Trump about the wonders of hydroxychloroquine. Yep. That's in the book. I don't know. I forgot. I didn't mark the page. But according to that book, I Alone Can Fix It, the entire idea of hydroxychloroquine came from Laura Ingraham. And and go ahead and have people meet up with doctors and stuff that were pushing this entire hydroxychloroquine. Mark Meadows was behind the scenes to pressure the FDA to go ahead and clear hydroxychloroquine to be used on COVID, threatening to fire people in this because they just wanted something to make him look good, regardless of who it killed and that it didn't fucking work. You know, it's just, y'all, that book is crazy. That book is freaking crazy. It is the juiciest gossip of the decade, but it's so, like, I'm reading it and I'm like, oh my God, the entire country was being led by a circus full of freaking morons. Like, it's insane. It's insane. You guys, give me a second. Peanut just got home. And then when I get back, we'll get into this grand tableau. I will be right back. Just give me a few minutes. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Sorry. I had to go say hi to Peanut, and then he had to update me on baseball stuff. We just acquired 3 new players on the Dodgers. Alrighty. Everybody doing okay? Hey, lucky girl. Okay, so I'm going to get started. We're going to be looking at Mo Brooks. So... Okay, give me 1 second while I write this down, and then I'll put it on the tiles so everybody can see it, okay? Oh, I did see that, Marie. I did. I saw it. Okay, let me put this on the tiles. And then we'll go over it. Okie dokie. Ah, there goes my notebook falling off my leg. 1 second, please. anybody asking, the stash is where I keep my little tiles. Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus, these people. Okay, let's see, 27. Two. 22. $11. 23. Where's the little mice? Scythe. And ship. Okay, birds and dog. Dog lands in its own house in this tableau. Okay. We'll get to that in a second. Bouquet. Where's bouquet? Lilies. Bear. Tower. Mountain. And ring. And then we got fish. Book. Stars. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, shit, I screwed something up. Oh, garden. No, it wasn't garden. And then clouds. And then here we have cross, heart, garden, and snakes. So this was child here. Okay, so let me fix this because I done screwed that up when I was writing this. Okay. Wait a minute. It goes like this. Sorry, guys. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see here. Is that better? Can y'all see that a little bit better? I think. Frosty Bean, what are you saying? Because Mountain was here, Child was here, and Ring was here, and Clouds was down here. It was Mountain, Cloud, and then Child down here, like this? Was it like this? Is that what you guys are saying? No? Because it was like this. Oh, stars, mountain, clouds. So like this? Then it was Bear, Tower, Ring, and then Child. Good night, Sherry. Thank you all. Okie dokie. We good now? Are we good? No, Flower Power. This is on Mo Brooks. Yes. And as Terry said, please take a second to thumbs up button to support Becca's channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Terry. So here's a grand tableau on Mo Brooks. He's down here. Not a good place to be, meaning he's got a bunch of crap on his mind. And he's going into some serious cockapoo trouble. Okay? He's not at a good vantage point here. What opens up the tableau is Coffin. And then we got Tree and Moon. News that something is about to end. There's going to be like a very bad loss. And there's a very good chance that something is going to grow and kind of branch out in regards to some sort of creative problem-solving skills that he may have been a part of, where he perhaps went somewhere to visit a small group of people or some sort of an entourage to secure some sort of a deal to where they were going to be able to successfully overturn something. But they weren't. That's the news he's getting in. Okay. Down this column here, we're seeing that something has come to a significant close. It's done, kaput, done. And there may be a good chance from where he sits that there's a woman here that may be speaker here of the house, or someone that may be calling him in and giving him a flurry of invitations to come and speak before the house. This person here, this woman, has knowledge of what he was doing with this very close group of loyalists to Trump. Okay. This way we're seeing a flurry of subpoenas coming in to Mo Brooks. Fish sits on man and man sits on house letter. Okay. So down this way, we're seeing invitations that are coming in for him to Sorry. That he's getting a bunch of invitation. This woman here is very committed to finding out and getting to the bottom of some sort of criminal conspiracy. She sits on house ring. Ring sits on mice. Mice is right above it here. Securing here and something that was already established that's being eaten away, but these people were in agreement to cause disruptions and trouble. So I'm not quite sure if this would be like a Nancy Pelosi or a Liz Cheney, but because of how close she sits to House and House sits next to him, I'm kind of leaning towards Liz Cheney, because this is a very close group of people, your entourage, okay? And she's got birds over her. So, and birds, it's meeting and negotiating. Well, this person, he sits on house book. He's holding a secret, but she knows about the secret that he attended a meeting here with birds with other loyalists with the entourage to please and satisfy the president to cling on to power here this way. Okay. So there's a flurry of subpoenas coming his way. Again, this woman sits behind him. Okay. Subpoenas are coming in at a diagonal as a line of influence. Book sits on woman. This woman knows what he did. She knows. It could have been something that was televised here, because you have stars in house lilies. It's something that could have been televised in the past about him participating and being part of this whole criminal thing to obstruct something and cause a bunch of problems and help to cover it up. Either way, his career and his reputation comes to a grinding halt, and that's what's coming to an end here. And the reason that I say that is because you have Mountain sits on house Sun, an ending to not an ending, but a huge obstacle to his success, his energy, his optimism. Okay, he's about to hit a wall here. But then when I go to House sits on Coffin, and Coffin's over here. Whatever he was part of covering up and burying it, it comes out this way. And it's uncovered by this woman. To an extent, okay? Down here, we're seeing that he took a risk and a chance where he's at presently. This is his present line. He's very satisfied with some sort of a risk or a chance that he took in his career. He could also be very emotional about some sort of opportunity or some sort of a risk that he may have taken to be kind of satisfied at where he was in government. Okay. But he looks like he's sitting pretty here, but he's at the bottom of it. Okay. So he's got this on his mind where he's going to be going in his career, what opportunities are going to be open to him, what kind of shit's coming his way. This next column down, it's you got Rider sits on house, Crossroads sits on birds, Lees sits on garden, and Fish sits back on him on house man. This could be something about somewhere that he went and visited. It's coming up ahead of him, so it could be some sort of a visit or news that has come out in regards to a meeting that was had, because Crossroads sits on birds, a meeting that he had in regards to the elections, the Conservative Party here, and then the many and money also, transactions on his behalf. Okay. So there may be something that comes uncovered in this next column here. Okay, another way to interpret this, and he's got cross sitting next to him or right below him, but we'll get to that. That's the line of fate. This could also be interpreted as like that he's continuing to deliver news about the elections, and the elections should be contested this way. Okay. The Conservative Party itself. And he was part of something that had to do with consulting a party or consulting in regards to this entire get together of people and what the meeting was discussing. But that meeting that he attended had to do in regards with the elections, but it comes up here in this next column. Okay. This is going to be an ongoing dispute. This does not resolve easily this way. There's an ongoing dispute, and he's trying to keep the finances hidden, but this woman is able to uncover it. And this woman knows where the finances came from. Here we have persistent arguing and arguing about finances and power. This way it's saying clinging on to power and then keeping it secret. But it sits on housewoman. She knows what projects he was working on. This way, there's quite a few in government that are extremely nervous. This comes ahead 3 columns ahead of him. There's a few of them that are shitting their pants when it starts coming out this way. This is 1, 2, 3 columns ahead. This whole portion here represents a year. So we are in July. So these 5 columns divided by 12. So I can't tell you exactly what month this happens, but right around up here, there's going to be a shit ton of them in the government that are going to be scurrying like rats, shitting their pants this way, because there's something that was tried to cover up or gaslit, not exposed, but whatever confusion there was gets opened up. Okay. My sits on Fox. They're very nervous about the investigation. Tower sits on crossroads, several areas of government. And this way, you see lawsuits coming in that have to do with obstruction. This way. News of an argument in the courts for obstruction or delays. This way. And then this way, it's saying that there's a few in the government that are shitting their pants. Several areas. So we could be looking at DOJ. We could be looking at local governments. We could be looking at the House. And then here it exposes them, and it expands, it metastasizes. Here it's saying that there's a very good chance that this thing is going to grow. Here it says that those that were involved get exposed, and it's kind of like it starts to go everywhere. Does that make sense? It starts metastasizing everywhere. It could be something also here that may have to do with television stations this way. This way it's social media. This column here, it's saying that change is abrupted. There's not a solution, and all that can be done is obstruct, delay. because here it's showing that change gets cut off. And there's partnerships and agreements that are cut off as well. Ring sits on mice. Those that were trying to cause damage and stop the change get caught up in a criminal conspiracy. And then there's delays, obstruction here. It sits on house sun, but it comes out this way. So it's almost like this is like a temporary delay, or those that were involved in the planning of this thing here, how they all got together and brainstormed on social media when they went to visit the house and had a meeting. All the people that were there, because dog sits in its own house, all the loyalists that were there. Birds is 12, but it's the 7 of, God, what is it? I'm going to say 7 of spades. I could be wrong. So I usually think of this as like 7 to 12 people. It's a clique. It's a small group, whereas garden is a very large group. So all the loyalists that were in the meeting. So meeting and negotiating with the loyalists to bring satisfaction to the person, the boss, so that he can cling on to power this way for something new or something that he really desired, even though it was small. Okay. And then this way, it shows that if he's hoping to get out of this anytime soon, shit's going to hit the fan. And it all gets uncovered by her. Now, if I look at him, a woman in the house, and he was consulting in secret. She knows about it. Over him, meeting with loyalists to satisfy the president, and also meeting with loyalists and perhaps senior, this would be like donors. This would be more like people with loads of resources. Okay. This is the card. Fish is the card for entrepreneurs. So this would be like little money, you know, what you keep in your checking account or whatever. This is huge loads of resources. So meeting with a woman or speaking with a woman or a woman that speaks, the loyalist in the entourage, okay, within the Trump administration, his satisfaction and him bootlicking and giving gifts perhaps to those in authority or other bureaucrats or like perhaps the Department of Justice, retirement money, his satisfaction with consulting, and then finances that are secret. Okay. Him talking to the president, and then birds nighting to man, a meeting between him and the president, also him and his finances or him and his power. Nights to bouquet. A woman that's very satisfied because she has knowledge of what was done. Fish nights over to dog. This could be a financial consultant, a business consultant, an advisor that's telling you what to do with your money, that how you're going to consult people, or this could just be the loyalists that were consulting. Okay. And house nights over to lilies. So they were trying to do something, not trying to, he did, where it's kind of like they were trying to, the party itself, the conservative party, his entourage and the base, because Lily sits on gardens down here and it's nights over here. Now, Lily on gardens could also be something as simple as a resort community. It could be a place where you go to kind of like vacation and have a trip to the spa. Okay, if that makes sense. Store, this is over here. And he's got no travel cards around him. Now, this way. There's several ways to interpret this. Okay. The results of the election were fraudulent. We have to fight it. but this is also in regards to stealing from here and breaking off the transition, canceling the transition. Okay. Suspicious results, win election, fight, stolen, disrupt, transition. Does that make sense? Just simple one word, put it all together. This is over his head. He's thinking about this. Why? Because he was at a meeting and he's linked to all of that. Crossroads sits on birds. The meetings that they had about the election with all the loyalists, I'm saying 7 to 12. There could be more. I'm only going off of this here. Birds. Okay, let's see what's here. I think I already discussed that. The meeting with the loyalists that were satisfied to help Trump cling on to power for another term. Here. He meets justice over here. So that's 1, 2, 3 columns ahead. This could be 3 months. This could be 3.5 months, 6 months. Remember, this portion right here is 12 months. So I can't pinpoint exactly when this happens. Also up here, he's got crossroads, sitting in house, birds. He may have to visit to give several testimonies here before a very reserved and specialized committee of people before the many. That's this way. Because on this diagonal, we're seeing a flurry of invitations coming in. Subpoena of records, subpoena of all sorts. Fish's many. Fish's independence is prosperity. It's abundance. Consulting. So on this diagonal, subpoenas. On this way, it's saying that he may have to go visit to talk about the elections, but observed very sober committee. Does that make sense? Thank you, Peggy. Thank you so much. 1.4 months. So that's here. And we do, it doesn't, hold on, you guys, doesn't the house, 2.4, okay. Doesn't the house go on summer? Can somebody please correct me on that? Because the house was due to go on break. Seven weeks. So that would make sense that there's an invitation coming this way, and then it shows a visitation this way. He has to go visit the house. He has writer in-house house, sits on house. He's got house between him and this woman. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Position 4 is house. You've got writer there. It's saying he visits the house. Well, if I go and find house, it sits between him and her. So this is him right now as of July 29th. So if this is 2.4 months, I would say within the next 2 months is when he may have to go talk to people about the elections and what he was doing at a party, because there's subpoenas coming in this way. Let me see here. He may try to, You're going to hang yourself, buddy, but by all means do. Because he sits on house letter. Okay, so the invitations are coming to him. By invitations, I mean subpoenas, and his records as well. The results, the mail, any correspondence that he may have had, anything that is documented, written, records, all of it. He sits on house letter, position number 27. So 24, 25, 26, 27. Well, where's 27? Right here. Letter sits on house scythe. That's impeachment. On the impeachment, right there. The letter shows up behind him, okay? And he sits on house letter. So this is them getting records from him, subpoenaing him, and perhaps those records being delivered to the committee as well as to government, because Bouquet sits on tower. Tower's right here. The phone calls are right here, Rolanda. He knights to it over here. And then Crossroads sits on house birds. So subpoenas for him and all of his records. And then he's got Bouquet sitting on tower. So all of that goes to the government, or it's already going to parts of the government that hold those records, because he sits on house letter. And then this way it's saying that he's going to have to go somewhere, visit the house, to have a couple of hearings, have a few discussions here about what he was doing at that rally. And again, like I was saying, impeachment is back here. But when I marry these two, impeachment is right there with these two mirrors. And this right here is the attack. So this way it's saying that the tableau opens up with an ending. It's the tableau opens up with like kaput, done, ending. Clouds sits on moon, and then mountain sits on sun. He's not in good shape. And then over here is tower. He doesn't knight to it. So let's look at tower. Ooh, no, that's not good either. And he's worried about his job too. Mice in house fox. He's worried about his job. He's shitting his pants about his job. Not just him, but everybody else that was in on this. If I look at fox as work and employment, he's got mice here eating away and taking away his job and losing it and made to have to go away. But he's got cross right below him. So let me see here. The loyal, he was happy to be a bootlicker and kiss ass. Then you got fox man or house man and fish. What could that be saying? The entourage had knowledge, his records, and something that he was doing with consulting and the records for that consulting that he was doing. And then here he's guilty. Significant guilt. Cross sits on key. Cross sits on key. Key sits on clouds. Cloud sits on moon. That goes to ship. That goes to stars, lilies, garden. And then what is this? Anchor, tree, clover, whip, child, heart, fish, man, letter. There was something that he was doing business related that he's trying to keep secret too. Something that had to do with consulting. He did something with consulting. But it's business related. And then here it shows that he suffers. He's not going to be happy. He's going to suffer. And then this way, this way here, If he's not right now, he may be soon, just because the lilies land so close to his head and it sits on garden. Fish is next to him, which speaks of independence, and heart is on fish. If he has not yet, I would not be surprised if he starts thinking about retirement this way. Also, he may have regret as well. He may have regret that this entire group of people that are quite sober is not independent, with fish right here. And that may be something that he's seriously desiring. But you can thank your buddy, what's his face, McCarthy, because he all done screwed you over big time. All you all insurrectionist. Dog, knights to fish. Many that were very loyal. Many, many, many that were loyal. Not satisfied at all. Very upset. The group of conservatives and the rally and what they were working on. The project that the entourage was working on that they were trying to keep secret. Tower sits over here. Tower is on House Crossroads. So that could be several institutions. Okay. So we could be looking at the House, DOJ, perhaps local and state governments as well. But it has to do with institutions. Okay, and then here's the attack on the institution itself right there. Here's the weapons. An attack, abuse to take away and break something here. Okay, so there's the fight. Tower, knights over to storks. There's the insurrection. Securing, insurrection. Okay. A promise to cling to power. Also something here with financial institutions that promise something. Bear sits on mountain. Tower sits on crossroads. Ring sits on mice. Clinging onto power through thievery, taking something away, stealing something, but that was the solution. But there's something here about financial institutions becoming very nervous. Very, 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 very nervous as well. Because perhaps they were part of taking something away. But here, down this column, it talks about persistently fighting to keep those people, the big money, covered up. But this person knows. Woman is here. Book sits on her. So there are maybe people that finance this that they're trying to keep from her finding out who it is, because this here is a financial institution, and it's looking like it comes from a very large group of conservative people. So it's a congregation of lilies here, knights to cross. Lilies, if you think about it, it's about purity. And cross is very dogmatic and punishing. So not only are we talking corporations, but perhaps also white nationalist groups because of the purity of the lilies, if that makes sense. And it knights here. Lilies knights to garden, and it knights over here to cross. And it sits next to bear with tower. Does that make sense, you guys? So perhaps executives at corporations are starting to get very, very nervous because of their link to it, that they helped fund something that was designed to take away. And this way it's saying that it's an entire conglomerate, a network of very Puritan and religious, also dogmatically religious, here with the cross group of people that are very, very powerful in government. And they're sitting quite nervous of being found out. But there's an ongoing fight here to keep these people quiet. Does it come out? This way it shows it does, but it might take a long time, probably about a year, because child sits at the end of this row. And child can be up to a year. And the timeline set for this tableau is a year. This doesn't look like a church because cross is over here, tower is over there. It looks like a very large network of conservative people, large networks of people that are very Puritan and dogmatic and racist with loads of money. And this way here, loads of money, very generous with donating, but they're Puritan, if that makes any sense. And then Lily sits on garden. Garden's down here. They knight as well. Garden sits on tree. Or garden sits on anchor, which sits on tree. Tree is your spirituality. It's not just white supremacist. I'm telling you all, from knighting this to garden, this to cross, and then following where this sits, this is also the tree is your health, it's growth, it's something that's deeply rooted, but it's also your spirituality. And these people are trying to secure that. They're trying to secure their growth through dogmatic spirituality and having a hold over the community, but they do so in a very quiet way. Does that make sense? Hey, J-Lo, how are you? So there may be some crazy religious nut jobs along with some white supremacists that may come out of this thing that funded. I mean, it could be the Oath Keepers too, because this way, it's a congregation of purists. Lily sits on garden. Garden's down here, so it knights. But Lily's also knights over here to cross. These people are also dogmatically religious. And then when I follow garden, it sits on tower or on anchor, which is up here on the house of tree. So it's looking like more than one thing. And then if I follow it this way, there are several institutions that funded, because you have tower sits on crossroads. So you have several of these institutions that funded what up here? Significant change that's successful. And then tower knights over here, the insurrection. And here's the weapons. So not just Oath Keepers. This is looking like perhaps some religious groups too. Okay. And then with this line of fate, it's saying that there's some significant, huge suffering within a very generous community. And by generous, I mean they give loads of money. That is the staple to the party, but that whole thing is a freaking pit of snakes and they're all guilty. The garden sits on anchor, which goes back up here, which sits on tree. So this could also be in regards to the rally that he attended. And the rally itself could get him and land him in, well, no, it's like going to land him in a shit ton of trouble because you have snake that sits on cross. And cross sits on key sits on clouds, which sits on moon, which sits on ship. Again, he's got mice sitting on fox. As time moves on this way, if this is 2.4 months for each column over the next year, right about here himself about losing his job. Because he's linked to what? The violent change and trying to block something this way. And that gets found out this way. Down this way, again, ahead of him, there's a lot of influence that comes in that says that there's news about him fighting with government or his partition of him fighting to obstruct something. So we could be looking at charges of obstruction of justice for Mo Brooks. Also finding out news about how he, along with others in that entourage, participated on the attack with the Capitol to delay or cause an obstacle or obstruct the success of the transfer here. Okay. But that all comes at this line of influence, and I can't tell you when that is. Rider sits on house. I mean, and this is a line of influence. It's not direct. So could be 4 months, could be longer. But it looks like, thanks to Peggy for doing the math for me, each one of these is 2.4 months. So this is in about 2 months' time. Which, again, like we were saying, it makes sense because the house is on recess all the way to August. So this could be like around September right here. This column. So Freedom Party, that would be like this because fish has to do with independence. Also, records that are coming in, a whole shit ton of them that have to do with the correspondence, any messages, emails, whatever about the rally itself right there. Yep, Mo's gonna have some issues. Because if you're, and then the idiot goes on TV and does the interview and it's like, yeah, I wore a Kevlar jacket. I had a bulletproof vest. So you wore a bulletproof vest to a peaceful, where there was going to be a bunch of tourists? Yeah. And I don't know what he said at the speech. I think didn't he say something about go fight like hell or this, that, and the other thing? You're on the record, homeboy. You on the record. So let's see this way. Hold on. He knows, if I read it simply, he knows that this woman from the house or from whatever small group that he's in is on his ass, and his independence and his future career going forward is absolutely uncertain, and the shit's going to hit the fan. That's him going this way. And just by where he lands, I don't care how nice and cute he tries to look for the TV, homeboy shit in his pants. I can tell you that for certain. I can tell you that for certain. That's right, Diana. Kicking ass and taking names, baby. Kicking ass and taking names. He told them to go kick some ass. Well, down here, based on this, a woman in the house or woman that is part of this entourage, house sits on book, is trying to learn, has knowledge, or knows the results of what happened when he went to the rally and what he said to the loyalists that were there and what the other loyalist said and what was said at me. She knows. She knows this. Whoever this woman is, whether it's Nancy Pelosi or Liz Cheney, she knows. I'm not there yet, Marie. I'll get there when I get there. But he knows that his independence, he knows that his success is about to hit a wall and shit's going to hit the fan. If he doesn't have a lawyer already, I'm pretty sure he's looking to lawyer up because he's got dog here, which sits on it in its own house. This would be someone that guides you. He's got lilies here as well. That could be some sort of a mentor. And then this way, it's saying that there's a significant fight here that's going to take a very long time to resolve down this column. This doesn't clear up. Lilies is also winter. So perhaps the closer we start getting into the winter, maybe something comes up, whatever was covered up here, she discovers. Because his strategy at the moment is to fight the subpoenas and not give in. However, he doesn't have the favor of the courts. You got Bouquet sitting on House Tower, and Tower's over here. It's out of reach. And DOJ just said, yo, we ain't helping you. We ain't helping you. We ain't helping. What a freaking asshole, man. I can't believe these idiots went and gambled everything on Donald Trump, the world's biggest idiot, thinking that they were going to be sucking on that teat indefinitely without even bothering to stop and think. He's going to be out of office someday. We ain't going to be in power forever. One of these days, we're going to get in trouble. And one of them days arrived. So... Let me see. Man sits on letter, but this is right now, okay? Man sits on letter. Letters is up here. In his past, this would be impeachment because it sits on letter. And he was a bootlicker there and was happy to take part in the quit. Following the letter this way, this right here is impeachment. These two. I don't think the House can impeach a member of the House. They would have to vote to expel. But it shows there's something here about, and then there's a vote right in the middle. These are saying that he's lost opportunity. And then here it's saying the results of him trying to steal an election or steal a vote. Impeachment, steal election, steal a vote, an opportunity to use weapons and cause a lot of damage. The investigation moves forward. And it's the journey. So what they're going to find on the journey. Since letter, it's behind him, but he sits on letter. There may be a referral to the Department of Justice here. Because this is not just impeachment, but it's almost like charges. Does that make sense? When that happens, I don't know, because this is all 1 year. And his power is, he's cut off from power here. So it's almost like there's something that comes up right around this. So perhaps in 6 months or a little over 6 months, that has to do with the investigation that has him shit in his pants, because he can see that this is going to result in him being removed from power. And this thing moving in a direction that goes where he does not want it to go. It goes here. These two would be like a judge. And a very powerful one as well. A wise manager that's in the institution here. And then he's linked to the crime, to the thievery. Ring sits on mice. But that's within a year's time. I couldn't tell you exactly when that happens, because this column here ends with child. A child is 1 year minimum, and this tableau is for a year. So I couldn't tell you when that happens. But it's almost like this is impeachment. So it's almost like a criminal referral. Because it's like once it gets to here, there's something where he has to go talk. But the evidence is already there. And then he lies under oath. Snake sits on cross. Cross is right underneath him. He lies under oath, and there's evidence. That is perhaps public record or on social media or was put on the news or something. Because this right here, and not just against him, but all the others that were involved, because there's significant stress in the government. And then that this thing comes to light. It gets the spotlight. It becomes like primetime television. Cancel your Netflix subscription because this is going to be off the wall crazy. That's this column here. And then they all start shitting their pants. All of them. The entire group that was involved. Because they had made a promise, or they had a union to steal something, to corrupt something, to take something away. And they all worked together. Because you have Ring that sits on mice. An agreement to steal. Okay, put it simply. Mice sits on Fox. They were agreeing to steal and do something covertly. Also, the investigation itself, it's making people shit their pants. Okay. And then Fox sits way over here. So, and then they tried to cover it up here with clouds. But that woman is committed to learning who all was involved in this entire thing, and she uncovers it because she's committed. She's committed to it. She sits on Ring. Ring is back here. That goes to mice. That goes to Fox. That goes to Bouquet and Tower. Tower goes to Cross. the people that were in the meeting to overturn the election, lie about it, and they're all guilty, and there's evidence of the cover-up, and his career goes away. His new direction quite possibly could be to retire, but no. You're not running from this one. You're not running from this one. You're not running from this one. Like I said, on his line, he's the shit's gonna hit the fan with him. So let me see. So his link here, the link that comes up, his agreements and his promises that are coming up for him, those are all shit. He's nervous about losing his job and having to go somewhere else and go on a new venture this way. There's some sort of agreement or a partnership that he's linked to the institution and these little people that are very passionate. These little people are all also nervous, and they were in on the agreement to bring weapons to successfully overturn something, if that makes sense. Okay, so he's linked there. And then that partnership, or those partnerships and agreements that he had, man, that's not good. That is not good. Those are not the kind of cards you want to see. And also, even though Clouds is far from him, that's not a good position because it shows ahead of him Stars. Man, that's not good either. Shit. Stars sits next to Mountain. His strategy may try to be to keep stuff from leaking out and going in all different directions, but it comes out anyways. It comes out anyways. And then there's something that he was involved with as well, where there was some sort of social media campaign here that was promised, but that comes up ahead of him. So this may be something that gets discovered because he's linked here to something on social media that could be in the courts already, and stuff that had to do with financial institutions and promises that were made this way, and also the person in authority that was trying to cling to power, and then stuff here on social media. And then something here also with social media, but spreading and metastasizing lies. Spreading lies. I mean, it's bad. It's like this here would be like a snake pit, and this is just metastasizing lies. So he may be also linked to some sort of social media campaign that had to do with misinformation, and not just the rally, but something else perhaps on social media that had to do with misinformation in regards to the results of the election. So I don't know if that would be Facebook or Twitter, or perhaps some other this would be like more like a Facebook because it's social media with a book. So perhaps something on Facebook that gets discovered during this time frame over here where he's been metastasizing and spreading lies, if that makes any sense. He's just got shit, man. Shit. Let me see. Okay, what else? Sure. If he goes to court, because this shows news of a legal battle here for obstructing justice or obstruction, this could be a lawsuit as well. But he's having legal problems this way. He may try to claim innocence, but his innocence is uncertain. No bueno. His innocence is doubtful here. Because of something that he did that everybody knows when he was perhaps marketing himself, where he took a trip. And this line here just simply says, a successful journey brings new problems. So it's not going to be successful. He doubts he's going to, this is bad. And then in this, no, don't think there's any mirrors. Let me follow something around. Hold on. Jesus, this is a long chain. Eight, 27, 10, 15, 21, 31. Okay. That was a damn long chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. One card short. One card short of 36 in that chain. And that was following the writer. Because I want to see what the news is. Because this tableau says, oh, honey, the end is nigh. Okay? It's like once this investigation starts going, try as he may to obstruct, cover up, bullshit, this, that, and the other thing, they catch him and the others that were involved. So his career over the next year is in serious jeopardy. There's legal issues coming for him this way. Okay? Impeachment is showing right here, but I don't think you can impeach a House member, and he sits on House letters, so he may be referred to DOJ for criminal prosecution and also perhaps lying under oath. Okay? Oh, is Sunflower here? Hi, Sunflower. Hi, Sunflower, my dear. Marie, that chain was 35. The entire Lenormand system is 36. So I'm exactly one card short. One card short. Oh, thank you, Rhonda Wilson, for the PayPal. You were so incredibly kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Rhonda. So it's 35. Let me see if I can break this all down for you, because I'm gonna have to stare at this for a minute too. Okay, so I was trying to figure out what the news is going to be, but even though the tableau is saying, hey, the end is nigh. Okay, you got Coffin sitting on Rider, and this thing is going to grow, okay, with tree sitting, and then you have what do you call this? Moon sits on ship. This is going to go like it's done once it starts growing, and the fame and notoriety of everybody involved that traveled or were involved with the transfer. Okay, because ship is also transfer. Okay, so it's coming to an end. It begins to grow when there's news of who was involved in trying to change the outcome and overthrow the results, because those people with Moon sitting on ship, it's your fame and fortune. It's also your reputation, but ship is a transfer. So those that were involved in overthrowing the transfer of power. YouTube being strict about words. Oh, Ricky, you so fun. What? I don't get it, Marie. Okay, break down the chain, Diane. It's a long one. I hope you're ready. Rider to house to woman to ring to mice to fox, bouquet, tower, crossroads, birds, storks, snake, cross, key, clouds, moon, ship, stars, lilies, garden, anchor, tree, clover, whip, child, heart, fish, man, letter, scythe, bear, mountain, sun, and then coffin. That's the chain. That's the chain. Lord have mercy. Marie, that's not a far-fetched, my dear. Rico is not far-fetched, because ring sits on mice, and mice sits on fox. So an agreement of criminals. Mice is criminals. It's your thieves, the people that come in and kind of destroy everything, especially with these two bad cards next to it. This is destruction and violence. Okay, so it's an agreement between a very tight-knit group to steal something. So criminal conspiracy. There you have the whip right next to the mice. And then here you have tower. So there could be a case for Rico, because it's a group of people that conspired together. And he sits on house letter. So he referred, there was a very strong chance that he's referred to DOJ. Him and the others here are referred to DOJ. This fish knights over to whip. Whip sits over bear. So this could be cleaning your money. Okay, cleaning your money, cleaning your finances, abusing your money and finances, abusing gifts of money. Okay, and then this way persistently abusing power and keeping it secret, but she knows. Here down this line, persistent abuse of power, that's known. Persistent abuse of finances, that is known, or trying also with book to try to cover it up. Just 1 second, you guys. Let me see. Let me check something on my phone. So let me try to break down this chain. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl Ruff, you are so kind. Thank you. So let me try to break down this chain because it's the whole damn tableau, you guys. Hold on one second. Let me get up. I need to stretch my bum. Oh, Sunflower, my dear, you missed the whole part of the beginning. I was telling them that I'm reading that new book, I Alone Can Fix It. There's some juicy nuggets in there, Sunflower. Thank you so much, Diana. There are some juicy bits in there, Sunflower, that like blew my mind. I found out who gave Trump the wonderful idea of hydroxychloroquine. Laura Ingraham on Fox News. Like just a bunch of crap that I was like, oh hell. Okay. Okay, so writer on house. News from the house or having to visit the house or visiting the entourage. A knowledgeable woman or a woman that knows you visited the entourage and met with people. She is committed, but they took away her job. They took something. She was committed and they took something away from her suspiciously, because it goes woman, ring, and then mice, and then fox. So woman committed, and then they took that away. They took away something that was promised to her or some sort of agreement that she had. And it had to do with her work or her job. Another way to interpret that, because I got to look at this multiple ways from that chain, visiting the house, a knowledgeable woman, or this woman has knowledge of the agreement from criminals to do something covertly, reconnaissance here. While at work, in government, and then meetings that they had about the elections to overturn something based on a lie, and it's guilty. Evidence of a cover-up that comes to light, or he becomes infamous for, because of a transition. Successful. The transition was successful. Okay, let me see here. A mature or very conservative congregation of people persistently growing an opportunity to fight with the little people, and by little people, I mean like the peanut butter people, passionately. And then there's donations to him, results of the impeachment, and also referral for damages or violations here. And then it goes Bear Mountain. Power, obstruction, and his success ends. That's 35 of them. Let me see how I can word that better so that it's in English. Let me try to see if I can word that better. Good night, GM Dave. This woman is also committed about investigating the criminals. And happy to isolate hold on, let me see here. Let me see, how can I word this in English? No, Marie Sutton, the only person that was left out of the chain was man. Woman was in that chain. He was the only one that was left out. So this all revolves around a woman that's in the house. So I'm thinking this is Cheney. Even though she's got birds over her, which could be quite literally speaker of the house. But it's saying that this ending here is brought through an investigation and a woman that he has to interview with. Last I checked, Nancy Pelosi wasn't on the committee. It's Liz Cheney. And because House sits here between these two, and also in that chain around, Mountain is in there. Mountain is in there, and this person becomes a very powerful enemy. Very, very powerful enemy. Because it goes Bear to Mountain. Powerful obstruction or a powerful enemy. That ends his success. That just, you're done, kaput, lights out, bitch. This woman puts an end to it. This woman has suffered. This woman was very committed. She sits on House Ring. She's very committed. She has birds over her, which she may be part of negotiations, meetings, interviews, okay? And birds sits on House Storks. Storks is up here on House Snake. This person sits in a place where she's part of an investigation where you have to talk to each other, negotiate, investigate, negotiate, meet with people, talk to people, listen to what people have to say. And that has to do with lies that led to trying to change something, overthrow something. So the insurrection. So I'm thinking this is probably Cheney, but she ends up being a very powerful enemy, not just to him, but to the entire Conservative Party under this person's leadership. Based on that chain, let me see what else is there. Man, let me see. Okay, let me try to mirror this. So it would be 1 to 26 to 25, 14, 19, 12, 7, 33, 32, 16, 20, 5, 11, 24, 20. Oh, he was in that chain. Sorry about that. I'm correcting myself. 10, 21, 8. Okay. He suffers a loss, though. It's like a quick, sudden whoosh, cut off. But it's like that happens over here. Okay. And remember, each one of these is about 2.4 months to capture an entire year. So I can't tell you exactly what month, but if this is him now and this is 2.4 months, within the next 2 months, there may be he may need to visit and have several meetings to discuss what happened at a rally. "2.4 months later, it's this. It's persistent abuse of power and trying to keep things hidden. Persistent abuse of power and a woman that knows about it. How they've been trying to hide it, cover it up. 2.4 months later, there's a whole crew of them in the government that are shitting their pants and rats are jumping ship because the shit's going to hit the fan. So in about 6 months is when so this is 2.4. Okay, hold on. So in about 6 to 7 months is when we get to here. Because this thing takes a long time. He's got lilies right here. Do you see what I'm saying? So if this is 2.4, this is about 2.4 after. So in about 6 to 7 months is when they uncover something that makes the shit hit the fan and all the rats start jumping ship. And it just metastasizes and spreads. And there's something here about something that was done on social media, either through Facebook with these right here, or just social media in general. But this is looking like Facebook this way. Social media with the book. So Liz Cheney or something like, or not Liz Cheney, like Facebook or something like that. But around this time, so hold on, if we're August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So maybe around March, that would be 7 months. And which kind of makes sense because I just heard, oh God, it was a few days ago. I believe it was Representative Adam Schiff that they interviewed. And I forget what show it was, if it was the Lawrence O'Donnell show. I forget what show he was on. And they asked him when he was expecting to have this wrapped up. And he was saying this is going to go well past the winter. So, and according to this, if this is 1 year and each is 2.4, we're looking at about 7 months at this point. And let's go ahead and say August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Wait, or August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, so around March. Could be, but this is looking like 7 months down the road when they uncover all the fucking shit. It will not be without problems, though, because here you see that all of this stuff on this diagonal here, they try to fight it in court. They try to fight it. What this here is saying that there's going to be a flurry of invitations coming in for those who were at the rally or those who participated in the rally. Subpoenas for his records, his voicemails. This would be like voicemail phone calls, meetings that he took in office, who he met with, and all that stuff. This right here is saying he's going to try to fight it in court. To try to perhaps give him some time. He's got lilies over his head to give him some time. But Democrats and DOJ better not be playing. Because I would lose my effing mind if we had Trump impeachment 1 and 2 all over again with these clowns in the House that were part of an insurrection. You know, like, I mean, they let Trump get away with murder. They better not let these people that played a role either through giving reconnaissance tours or telling them about it on social media or whatever the F. I would not be surprised either. This person, this is King of Spades. This is King of Spades, okay? He lands over Brooks's head. This person, knights over here to cross. Knights over here to garden. We talked earlier about not just purist groups, but also purist groups that are very dogmatic and religious and very spiritual, that give a lot of money and have a stronghold over the party. We talked about that earlier. This is also a veteran. This person, if I follow this line, if I read this as an individual, this person here may have a talk show where they talk to an audience of conservatives and people that are very dogmatic and purist in their ideology, okay, of loyalist. This person talks on the radio. This person may have been in some sort of trouble with the law, but he got out of it and was found innocent, one way, shape, or form. This being a card of veterans, I would not be surprised if Steve Bannon shows up again here. Why? Because something that was put here on social media that Bannon knew about that was taking place at the rally. Does that make sense, you guys? Simply because of the status that this card holds, that it's veteran status. So there may be something that comes up during the investigation where there's something here, perhaps about Steve Bannon posting something on social media, maybe Facebook or something that's brought up as evidence in the court, and then the shit hits the fan. But Steve Bannon shows up here, if this is Bannon. And this person also does consulting here. He's got Fish under him. Fish is also King of Spades. That could be read as a person. King of Spades. King of Spades. King of Spades. Who could that piece of crap be? Okay, business person, entrepreneur. So look out for that. Look out for something that may come up with Bannon posting something on social media about what was going to happen at the rally, because that shows up here ahead of him. So they might dig something up to help support their case against Brooks. This person, King of Spades, King of Spades, King of Spades, business person, entrepreneur. But it sits back on Mo Brooks. But this could be another, and this is a man too. King of Hearts, King of Spades right here. So there's one man here, one man here, one man here. He's surrounded by 1, 2, 3 men. And a woman here. This is a younger woman, blonde hair, younger, 20 to 30 years old even. Could be Marjorie Taylor Greene, but usually this is 20 to 30s, blonde hair, green eyes or blue eyes. Give me a second. I'm having a brain fart, you guys. Give me un momento, por favor. Okay, I am consulting the book. Physically, this is someone that is stocky, squared-shaped, wide-shouldered, sturdy, and well-built. Okay. Can be on the conservative side, family-oriented, serious, the family patriarch. So this could be like King of Diamonds. This could be like, or King of Hearts. This could be like Kevin McCarthy, quite possibly. Okay. King of Diamonds. Let's see the fish. Okay. Physically, dark brown to black hair. Independent, a dreamer, witty, clever, persuasive, a person open to ideas and possibilities, a consultant, an entrepreneur, a business person with no boss, someone that has darting movements, enjoys travel, slippery and hard to get a hold of, generous and a lavish spender. So I'm wondering if this could be like a Jim Jordan, maybe. Because dark hair, dark eyes. This one, Queen of, what's your face over there? Queen of shit, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let me see here. Yeah, Queen of Spades. Okay. Vanity. A narcissist. Hair on the longer and lighter side. And this has to do with gardening too. And these people met here about the insurrection. So if this is not Jim Jordan, then there's a possibility that this could also be the pedophile. What's his name? That guy. Because I mean, I'm sorry I can't tell you who's who, but there's a man here, a man here, a man here, a woman here. And the reason I'm saying this could be Steve Bannon is because of the veteran status associated to this card. Older person. This is a woman too. Queen of Diamonds here. That sits on House Birds. So this person was at the meeting as well. This is a dark-haired woman. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go to the book. Un momento, por favor. Sorry, you guys. I'm getting brain farted, and I need to go refill my little coffee if you guys don't mind. Indecisive, a double talker. Possibly unfaithful and leading a double life. Multiple colored hair. But this is Queen of Diamonds. So Bober and MTG. I think I could be wrong. I'm only saying Steve Bannon because this has veteran status. This has veteran status, and it was saying that this person had a run-in with the law this way, but it looks like that run-in with the law happens again this way. Although he may be found innocent, but he runs into it this way. Let me see. Lilies. Lilies. Un momento. Grayish or salt and pepper hair, mature face, conservative and traditional, some sort of a guru, older, wiser, mature, experienced, a veteran. Okay, hold on. It's showing here that he goes on travel soon as well. Brooks, if I follow this line here, he's got travel on his mind. It could be Flynn, Sunflower. It could be Flynn because this person had a run-in with the law, but it looks like it repeats and they go back this way. Does that make sense? Sunflower, thank you. I had forgotten because for some reason I was stuck on Bannon because there's something here about social media that this person knows. Also, Crossroads is right before it. So it could be two of these people. Okay, Sunflower. So double. So we could be looking at Bannon and Flynn. Is Bannon a veteran? Does anybody know, is Bannon a veteran? Because there's two veterans here with Crossroads above it. Okay, Rhonda's saying, let me look it up. Hold on. Let me go on the Google machine. Let me look up Steve Bannon, another spawn of the devil. American media executive, political strategist, and former investment bank. What is this? That's a bank, y'all, and this is investments. Do you see what I'm saying? Former investment banker who served as White House chief strategist in the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump during the first 7 months of Trump's. Okay, I don't care about that. He went to Harvard Business School. Hold on. Yep, he was in the United States Navy. Branch of Service, United States Navy. So you have two officers here. And this way it's saying investment. Remember earlier we were talking about a bank? Like way earlier in the tableau I've been on for 2 hours. This is a bank and a financial institution. This person way earlier in this tableau. A community of people that is full of purist, very dogmatic people. And then something here about social media. And then if I follow him this way, talks, chit-chats, talk show host. And I see two of them here. Well, Rita, so was Mike Flynn. He didn't give two fucks. Neither one of them did. Neither one of them did. I don't see how these sons of bitches haven't been recalled, court-martialed, and freaking had their balls hammered to the wall. Well, remember, Mitzi, I was saying social media on like a Facebook or something. It's right in this little portion here. And Mitzi's saying Cambridge Analytica, social media, Facebook. Yep. But there's two of these military people here. And perhaps some sort of news that comes out this way about these people having visited the entourage and met to discuss the elections, about this conservative group of people or this conservative party or some, I don't know how to put it nicely, racist mother effers, and the donations and how many were going to be there, because fish has to do with many. It's abundance. Many men, because it sits on house man. To my knowledge, any officer can be recalled and court-martialed. Will the freaking Pentagon do that? I have no idea. But they should set an example for these traitorous fuckwads that are just selling their souls to foreign governments for power and putting our soldiers and our men and women and our national security at risk for their own greed. Diana said she had a vision of a deep hole opening in the earth and they all started falling in. That would be nice, Diane, except I want them to go to court with Spanky not being there to pull him out and let him suffer. I'm not talking, oh, we're only going to give you 8 months because you're a white-collared criminal. No, 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 no. Throw the book at him. Thank you, Peggy. He was a 03 lieutenant. So he wasn't even that far up the chain. He was just a lieutenant. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. Man. Mm-mm. Well, anyways, there's 2 of these bastards. And then there's financial ties this way. Because there's a financial institution here. Hold on, you guys. Let me go refill my little coffees. Is that okay with you guys? And my water? Oh, God. And I need to get up because my butt hurts. Hold on, guys. Oh, let me move this back down. Un momento. Tomorrow's my REO or no. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. I'm just on YouTube right now. I'm doing a live stream. everybody? Got the coffee. Okie dokie. How's everybody doing? Sorry about that. Had to get up, walk around a little bit, get some coffee, refill my little water. You made yourself some homemade bubble tea? Oh, that sounds lovely. You're sleepy, Sunflower? He was a gold. Well, this here says this is a financial institution here. Marby's doing good. Yep. He's going bye-byes. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Let me follow him around. Let me follow him around. And then I'm going to follow her. So okay, his chain is not very long. Oh, good night, Deb. Have a good night. You're going down, Sunflower? I know, I should get my ass off. It's like 11, almost 11:30. So for him, it goes man to letter, scythe, bear, mountain, sun, coffin, rider, house, book. Oh no, that doesn't end there. Book, to woman, to ring, to mice, to fox, to bouquet, to tower, crossroads, birds, storks, snake, cross, key, clouds, moon, ship, stars, lilies, garden, anchor, tree, clover, whip, child, heart, fish, and then man. Okay. So man in peach. Powerful enemy, and his success ends. Visiting the house or visiting family, visiting the entourage. Knowledgeable woman, committed. Lost job, happy institution or invitations to the institution to discuss the elections or discuss the several meetings that were had to overturn something through a lie, guilt, significant cover-up, significant problems, hesitation and doubt, career transfer or career journey, successful retirement, or a conservative group that is reliably growing an opportunity to fight and abuse. Those are little people that are very passionate, and there's many that go back to him. Okay, so reading that several ways, he may be trying to perhaps start a campaign to remove this woman, because it goes him, letter, scythe. That's impeachment. Powerful enemy and a powerful obstructor here. Because his success is going to come to an end. That's it. He's done. Because this woman knows that he was part of that group that were in agreement to steal something. But he has to go into meetings to discuss the lies that he told about the election and to overthrow something, to change something, to steal it. And his part of a significant cover-up that comes to light, and he has to take a trip somewhere and travel that was done, organized and orchestrated through social media with an entire network of purists that were reliably committed to fight passionately. And these people were little people, so peanut butters, and the many. Okay, so that's why I'm saying him and others involved may try to launch a campaign against her to get her out of the way, because she's going to bust all their asses. Okay, so, and this here, fish has to do with independence. You're independent and you're free from anybody. And it sits above garden. So I don't know if he's part of the Freedom Caucus, Independent Party, something like that. But it's almost like they try to launch a campaign to cut her out of the way, or they're all going down. Let me follow her. $29. 25, 23, 14, 9, 19, 22, 12, 17, 7, 36, 33, 6, 32, 3, 16, 30, 20, 35, 5, 2, 11, 13, 16. Wait, hold on. I screwed something up. Hold on. 1 second. 29, 25, 23, 14, 9, 19, 22, 12, 17, 7, 36, 33, 6, 32, 3, 16, 30, 20, 35, 5, 2, 11, 13, 24, 34, 28, 27, 10, 15, 21, 31, 8, 1, 4, 26, 29. That's a long chain. Okay, so it goes woman, ring, mice, fox, bouquet, tower, crossroads, birds, storks, snake, cross, key, clouds, moon, ship, stars, lilies, garden, anchor, tree, clover, whip, child, heart, fish, man, letter, scythe, bear, mountain, sun, coffin, writer, house, book, woman. That's the chain. The woman is committed to investigating the crime, and she's happy to do it for government and hold hearings to meet with and discuss with the people that were in the entourage, in the administration, who was in those meetings, people that were in government, about the discussions that they held to overturn something through falsehoods, and they're guilty of it, something that's significantly troublesome and a significant cover-up in regards to the transition, to the transfer, how this was orchestrated perhaps through social media with a very conservative party that was deeply rooted and reliable as a good source that these people would take an opportunity to fight very passionately. And there was many men. And the results of Brooks here, his results, the impeachment, and a powerful enemy to obstruct, and then success comes to an end once he goes there to visit. So it's like I said, there may be a campaign that he may try to launch, or this entire little party right here of independents, people that are free, that are part of this network that may have been involved launching a campaign to get her out of the way. But he's the one that gets cut. And he gets cut, but he's referred with charges, if that makes sense. But it's almost like he also tries to launch a campaign to get her out of the way, to get her out. Because she knows too much and she's uncovering too much. What's that, Marie? McCarthy already said try have the two. What? What are you saying, Marie? Oh, to have them tossed? To have them expelled? Is that what you're saying, Marie? How would expulsion work? Because let me look that up. Hold on. I'm going to Google this real quick, you guys. I'm not going to be looking at the chat. Okay, expel a member of the House. Let's see how this works. Article 1, Section 5 gives the House of Representatives the power to expel any member by a 2/3 vote. It requires a 2/3 vote. Only a simple majority vote is required. Yeah, the entire, there's no way. There's no effing way. There is no way. Hold on. Because it shows that she's committed here. But there's something about that commitment that gets taken away from her because of the investigation. But the punishment, if we're looking at punishment, we would look at Cross. It's closest to him. He's the one that ends up grieving. He's the one that ends up grieving, not her. And then his line of fate is not good either. Hold on. I just asked, will Liz Cheney be expelled from Congress? There's something here that they're mounting against her that they're going to have to make a choice around her. But it's split here. Do you see what I'm saying? It's split. It's like they need more to get her to split. And if you look here, House is closest to her. House is behind him. Do you see what I'm saying? So she faces House. House is behind his back. She looks like she stays. Oh, of course they're going to label him. Dude, if I went and set the neighborhood on fire, would I want anybody investigating me, or would I be launching a campaign against everybody investigating me when I know I'd lit the whole entire neighborhood on fire? You know? So I would love to see Kevin McCarthy try that shit. I would send him a shovel for him to dig his own grave, because that man ain't smart. Oh, I missed that comment. Nancy has the majority, not Kevin. He's an idiot. I know, Diana. I know. They're all just shitting their pants because this woman ain't letting up. Now, I'm going to say it right now. I am not a fan of Liz Cheney. She was on board with every horrible piece of legislation Donald Trump pushed. She was on board with all of it. All of it. But I guess an insurrection was a bit too far. So the only thing that I agree with her on is the fact that right now she's standing on principle. With that said, she was an absolute enabler during his entire presidency. Somebody please remind me, did Liz Cheney vote to acquit Donald Trump in the House? in his first impeachment when he got busted extorting the Ukraine? Can somebody please remind me, did she vote to acquit him in the House? She voted to acquit him the first time, PJ? No, Marie. Liz Cheney was in the House. Did she vote to impeach Donald Trump in impeachment number 1? Because if I remember correctly, she voted to acquit him in impeachment number 1. But PJ, that's the Senate. I'm talking about the House. Jennifer, what do you mean? Yes, she did the first time. She voted to acquit the first time, impeachment 1. In the House of Representatives, did Liz Cheney vote to acquit Donald Trump on impeachment number 1 when he extorted the Ukraine? That's what I'm trying to find out. Let me see. Let me go on here. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me see. Trump impeachment 2020 House of Representatives vote. Okay, here's the count. Okay, hold on. Office of the Clerk, U.S. House of Representatives. View 431 more votes. We're going to find her. We going to find her. Hold on, I'm waiting for this page. Okay. Let me see. Okay, impeaching Donald J. Trump, President of the United States, for high crimes and misdemeanors. Vote yay and nay. Status passed. Yay 232, nay 197. Present 0, not voting 4. Okay, Republican, there was 10 yes. Shit, it won't let me click on it. And 197 nays and 4 not voting. Okay, so let me go down here. All votes. Okay, let me see. How do you spell her name? Cheney. Cheney, Republican. Okay, she voted to impeach him on the first time. It says she voted yes. She voted yes. And that was the impeachment in 2020. So that was with the Ukraine. Okay, so she did vote to impeach him the first time.
After boycotting the Select Committee investigating January 6th, House Republicans are...
That's another piece of shit I got to look at. That disgusting woman that took Cheney's place. Elise Stefanik. God, she's disgusting. She is absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. To go out there and lie through her goddamn teeth that it was all Nancy Pelosi's fault because she didn't call the Capitol Police and this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, damn, bitch, you really do think your constituents are stupid. I mean, you have to believe your constituents are stupid to go out there and lie like that. So, but anyways, for Mo, he ain't looking good. Only a matter of time for that referral, and he goes to court. And then bye-bye. But that don't mean it's going to be all easy peasy from here to there. I see him fighting in the courts to try to obstruct it. And then when we get about to this column here, it's when the shit hits the fan, because they're able to identify, or they get evidence on all of them that worked together and how they worked together to overthrow the government. And that's when the shit hits the fan, and it goes, it just metastasizes. It just metastasizes, and it grows and grows and grows and grows. So he's not looking good, though. The corners are an ending for him, and it's not good. It's not good. His success, whatever he buried, comes to light and exposes the amount of shade and gaslighting, completely ruins his reputation, because this woman here is committed. She comes out on top. The corners are this. So she lands all the way at the very end. Endings, losses. Success is uncertain. And then this woman. Endings and losses and gaslighting. And then this woman here. But it's behind her. It's behind her. So she uncovers it. Let me see. The heart of the tableau says that there's going to be a significant amount of fighting. Like a crap ton of fighting. Like fighting about the elections with these two. Fighting the elections. The meetings that were had in regards to the elections for the abusive little people, peanut butter boys, and the conservatives in power, or wanting to remain and cling on to power, and also conservatives in the network, supremacists in the networks that were funding this thing. The investments that were made, 24, 23, 22, 21, and how they tried to obstruct that from coming out. In the meantime, there's legal problems for him. This way, that he may try to obstruct and delay, but it moves forward anyways. So he's going to be caught up with fighting in the courts this way. This takes a while, but it goes well past that, and it looks like it happens around 6 to 7 months out here. And then 24, 23, 22, 21. A powerful, 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 powerful enemy as well. So, and then his line of fate, I didn't touch on that. His line of fate is this. Guilty. Suffering. Burdens, grief, from a very passionate rally, somewhere where there was an audience of many that were very, 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 very considered very reliable people. And he's guilty of lying. Snake lands on cross. He suffers for the lies that he told. There's guilt for his lies. Also with Snake, betrayal. He's guilty of betrayal there. That's the line of fate. But like I said, this whole thing goes out a year for this portion. So be patient. Okay, I believe Adam Schiff already said this thing goes way past the winter. So when the news starts saying, when is this going to be over? When is this going to... Calm your tits, people. Okay, if you want it done thoroughly and properly, it's going to take time. Adam Schiff already said this is going to take time. Okay, so just be patient. But Shit's going to hit the fan for him, and he's going to be found guilty of betrayal with Snake sitting on cross, guilty of betrayal. Storks sits on house, Snake, guilty of betrayal for what? Trying to overthrow something, trying to change something. Okay, so he's going to be found out along with the people that he was in agreement with, the criminal conspiracy, perhaps RICO charges for all the people, not just those that were in the rally that attacked the Capitol, but the members of Congress that were there, perhaps giving tours or whatever the F, of the premises, or posting maps, doing stuff on social media, whatever it is. So you guys are saying she voted not to impeach number one? So, yeah. Yep, it's going to be drama central while all these sons of bitches are trying to hide their asses because they're guilty as shit. But stay calm. Stay calm. Even if they try to expel and impeach Cheney, which, like I said, I'm not a fan of Cheney's. She's freaking, I don't care for her. Oh, thank you, Jean. I guess, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Jean. Let me see here. PJ is saying apparently they have over 200,000 pieces of evidence to go through due to video, phone, and social media. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And wait till the subpoenas start flying. I think they've already started working on the subpoenas. Wait for the subpoenas to start flying. And then all these sons of bitches trying to fight it in court, except William Barr isn't there to block anymore. Okay? So just sit back. Just sit back. I don't trust Liz Cheney as far as I can throw her, Chris. I know you're right on that one. You have to absolutely be right on that one. But in this particular instance, I believe she's in the right, because come on now. You have members in your own caucus that helped Donald Trump try to stage a coup. So get the fuck out of here. Many, many subpoenas. That's right. This way. Many, many, many subpoenas that go to him. He sits on House letter, and to the many as well. The many that were loyalists here. So that's what I got for you all. That's what I got for you all. Tomorrow I will be live 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with Yoda and Johnny to introduce Yoda's new channel. Please go check out my community page to see what topics we're going to be talking about. And yeah, I took notes. If I got to come bring this back up, I still got to go back and look at Jim Jordan, because Jim Jordan landed around here. So he had all this shit back here that I didn't even touch, which was an error on my part, because since he landed around here and he had all this, that means he's got a crap ton of baggage. A crap ton of baggage coming for him that's going to catch up to him. So I need to go back and revisit that one. We did Mo Brooks tonight. I still need to do the other insurrectionist. I also need to look at that piece of crap, Mark Meadows, because Mark Meadows was all up in this insurrection shit. I just got a lot of them to do for this investigation coming up. So please be patient with me, because they take time. As you know, I've been here for 3 hours. So I want to say thank you so much, you guys, for everybody hanging out. Stay calm. Wear your masks. Follow the CDC guidelines. Keep your mask on, even if you're vaccinated. That Delta variant ain't playing. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Thank you everybody who super chatted, and big hugs to you, and we'll see you all mañana. Have a wonderful evening or a good morning wherever you are. Bye.